my name is Samantha Watkins. I'm currently doing my diploma in general nursing with Animal Industries Resource Centre. My student number is 63334 and I'm currently doing my video submission for the unit Principles of Animal Behaviour. Today I'm going to go through some basic animal needs and behaviour. So these are some things that you need to know as a vet nurse to be able to tell clients and communicate to clients what is best for their pet. So basic animal needs, you've got to have a happy and healthy pet and only needs to be able to supply adequate food and water, shelter and comfort, mental and physical stimulation and enrichment, and companionship. So you can't just have a chain in the backyard all day, you've actually got to stimulate it and make sure that they're having a good time and a nice life. So the first thing I want to go through is nutrition. Nutrition is very important. It can shape the overall health of an animal. Proper nutrition means a long and healthy life. If you've got poor nutrition, you're going to have poor health, poor immunity, and poor lifespan. So it's not going to be as optimal as it could be. Then you've got the other side of the spectrum where you've got overnutrition, where they're a little bit overweight and they're obese. So you need to ensure that owners are aware of how to feed their pet and the correct proportion and portions you need to give. It's our job to educate them and make sure they use a high quality food as well. So your nutrients basically compose of vitamins, minerals, proteins, carbohydrates, fats and water. Without any of these, you're not going to have a healthy, happy animal. You're not going to have a living animal. So these are all what you need for life. They're the molecules and fuel that all animals need to make energy, grow, develop and reproduce. They're responsible for supporting growth, tissue repair, metabolism, supplying energy, maintaining temperature and substance transportation throughout the body. So they're very important. If you don't have any nutrients, if the dog's not getting a good diet, it's going to affect their overall health, which is just what we really need to communicate to people. Without sufficient nutrients, the body will not be able to function as well as it should, which will be detrimental to the animal's health. So a bit about canine nutrition specifically. Dogs are omnivores. They need a combination of meat and plant products. So like us, we need a bit of both to have a happy and healthy digestive system and to make sure everything goes through and is absorbed optimally. The average daily nutritional requirements of an adult dog is dependent on its size, breed and age. So a dog's daily diet can contain up to 50% of carbs by weight, 2 to 5% of fibre, 5.5% minimum of fat and 10% protein. So all of that is quite important in a dog's daily diet. So all of those things need to be met each day. There's a way that you can measure feeding quantities using a formula like so. So in order to calculate energy, you have to go by body weight alone due to the diversity of sizes and breeds that there are. So you've got basically 30 times, say the dog's 20 kilos, and then plus 70 is your daily caloric intake. Which equals about 700 kilocalories. So a 20 kilo dog is going to need about 700 calories per day to function at its optimum. Obviously it's going to vary if your dog is actually supposed to be like 15 kilos because you'll have to give less because it's getting too much in the first place. So it does vary depending on the health of the animal, but if a healthy, happy 20 kilo dog requires nutrition, it needs 700 calories per day. Does that make sense? If higher energy is required, so your young animals, lactating, pregnant animals, more frequent feeding would be recommended. So they might need a bit more, say 3 to 4 times a day, and a bit more, and a few more calories as well, because they're using so much more energy. Some dogs are able to regulate what they eat, so they stop when they're full, but then you've got other dogs as well that don't stop, they just like your common Labradors. So it's important that we take note of this and make sure we only feed them what they need, not too much, because that's when you get obesity. So, I mean, if you've got an obese pet, they can get quite lazy. They can also get lots of health issues in the future. So they can be more prone to arthritis, heart disease, pancreatitis, and diabetes. So it's important to make sure that they don't go to that level. And annual health checks, even every 6 months, to just monitor your pet's weight, get a professional view, because sometimes you can't really tell if your pet is growing much. It's a little bit hard when you see them every day. So it's good to take them to the vet every so often just to make sure that they aren't fluctuating too much. So the next part's about training and socialisation. As a puppy, it's important that they get socialised in a particular bracket of time, as that's the best ideal time for them to develop their personality for the future. So as a puppy, socialisation can shape a puppy's personality. So it's important, if one bad experience happens as a puppy, that we don't stop that puppy from experiencing it again, because it's going to get problems. It's not going to be able to get over it. So the first 3 months of the puppy's life is the primary time where they learn social skills, and for the most part, socialisation outweighs fear. So therefore they're more accepting of new situations. Does that make sense? Yeah? So after 12 weeks after this period, they enter a fear-prone stage. This means it's a little bit harder to sort of get them to adapt to newer situations. They might be a little bit more fearful, they're a little bit more smarter. So you have to make sure that you do expose them to as much as possible in this time. Even though, they do have the restriction of not being fully vaccinated, which can sometimes be challenging, which is why puppy school and even like just socialisation with friends' puppies that are vaccinated is quite good as well. And trying to sort of experience and get them to experience as much as possible. So meet new people, all that sort of stuff, to make sure that they're not scared of their own shadow in the future. The benefits of puppy school is based for puppies from 8 to 16 weeks, as this is the most ideal time for them to be trained. And they're still in the best socialisation stage of their life. So it's an opportunity for owners to get the best out of learning about basic animal needs and basic commands and training as well. So it's just as good for the owners, if not better, than it is for the puppy. It's important the owners understand that dogs are pack animals, they're not a little human. So they need to understand what they're like, how they think, what they need. So they've got to understand that little dogs are going to adopt their humans as pack members. So that's how they see us. Even though we're not the same species, that's how they see us. So it's important we understand they need to be able to dedicate time to their pet to provide company and stimulation. So if you get a dog just for aesthetic reasons, it's not the right reason for having a dog, because a lot of work goes into it. You can't just take it lightly. They may need distraction through environmental enrichment to keep them occupied and happy when they're away from their pack as well. So if you have a little puppy and it's all alone away from its pack, it's going to be scared. So you need to be able to give it things so it can occupy its time, and it's a little bit more confident when it's alone, because it sort of realises, oh, it's not too bad being on my own. It's quite fun. So it's important to make sure that we provide them with this. Otherwise, you're going to get things like separation anxiety, all that sort of stuff. Because you hear it a lot when, they get puppies in the school holidays, when everybody's home, then everybody goes back to work, everybody goes back to school, suddenly the puppy's alone at home, all on its own. Then they come in a few weeks later and it's got separation anxiety because it's just not used to being on its own. So you have to make sure that they know that in that time period you've got to leave them alone as well. So I I mean, some things to keep them stimulated. It's important to make sure that they're stimulated because a lot of dogs are quite smart. I mean, most dogs are quite smart, but a lot of them need a lot more mental power as well as physical power. So obviously it varies with breed, size, mental health, and if they're food motivated or not. But you can use Kongs, food puzzles, water bottles with holes in it, puzzles from pet shops, stuff like that, to feed them if you've got a food-oriented dog, and that can help sort of stimulate their mind and make them think about things a little bit more, because mental stimulation is just as tiring as physical stimulation for a dog. Sand pit for digging as well is quite good for those dogs that like to dig, and if we don't let them do what they naturally want to do, it can be detrimental to their mind. So if we get one of those sand pits like we can get from Kmart full of sand, that is somewhere to bench and dig, which was quite good for them. If you take them for walks, runs at the dog park, and socialisation with other dogs is very important as well. So another tip is that if a dog has a good sniff on a walk, it's just as tiring. So the main sense that dogs use is their nose. So if you take them for a good long walk where there's lots of new smells, it's going to tire them out just as much as if you were to take them for a run. So it's quite good to let them have a sniff rather than hurrying them along like most people do. Make them sniff and that will tire them out. So I've got a little example of my little doggy at home. He's very intelligent and he needs a lot of mental stimulation. He's a 1-year-old Shar Pei and he was very hyper-excitable and overstimulated. So what I did was I mentally exhaust him. So I give him lots of enrichment through putting his food in paper scrunchy bonbons, where he has to basically rip it all up, get the food out before he can get any of it, as well as lots of food puzzles, so that you can get little puzzles from pet shops and like Kmart as well, and they're quite good, so it takes him a lot longer to eat his food. It's also good to put it in like cardboard boxes as well, so you can get toilet rolls and you can get your bonbons, put it in like a little box, and then he has to try to work out how to get it out, and it just tires him out after 20 minutes. So taking him on sensory walks as well is quite handy for him. So we take him on bush walks, we take him along the river, around the lake, and let him sniff, because that tires him out just as much. So basically that means he's tired and he's satisfied and he's happy with life. And in the last month or so that I've been doing this, he's like a new, but very much well-behaved dog. So yeah. The last thing I'm going to go through is just some legal responsibilities that owners need to know. So we need to educate them that they need to ensure the owners maintain responsibility for the care of their pet. So we need to make sure that they have an understanding of what they've got to do. So they might have to register with the local council, ensure microchip details are up to date as well. So a lot of the time we have dogs come in and the microchip details are wrong, and then it's a bit of a nightmare trying to find their owners. So it's always good to encourage them to update those details. It's also the owner's responsibility to ensure their pet's under control in a public place. So if they've got if they're behaviourally reactive to other dogs, if they're aggressive, it's important that they wear a muzzle to make sure that they're not going to attack any other dogs and that you're not going to get in trouble. And also ensure that they're kept in good conditions, which enable all their basic needs to be met. So they need good food, good water, shelter, enrichment and company, human company or puppy company. And it's a moral obligation to ensure that the pet's health is maintained. So make sure all the vaccinations, worming and treatment is up to date when required. So that's the end of my talk. If you have any questions, let me know. I hope you learned a little bit about basic animal needs, and let me know if you have any questions. No?